Welcome back to the House of Zazz, everybody. I am your ungodly host, Sam Blakeman and Tazz Hatch, and in the studio with me here are the guys in Darkitecht.
What's up?
Thanks for hanging out and staying to the. You're going to stay till 3. You're going to go for the gusto, or
Yeah,
Sure,
man.
man.
all right, cool. That's how I know you're metal.
I mean, what am I going to do? I mean, otherwise, I'd just be sitting home eating pork chops.
That sounds good. You should have brought some.
Because they're really good.
Yeah. So what did we just hear? Some Shadows Fall going out to Jack by request from The War Within.
Good choice.
We are to Act in Contrition. Yeah, Century Media. Those guys are cool. My friend Mike from Shred of Salvation has been playing bass for those guys.
Shred of Salvation, yep.
Yeah, and
Good stuff.
yeah, so I definitely looking forward to seeing them again if they come through the area. And some Dead by Wednesday before that by request from the last parade. We heard Will to Fight on Fake 4. And yeah, you guys are part of the Opus Fold now, having played the birthday bash, so very cool. Mayhem before that from, I think it's going out to Mick from De Mysterious Dom Satanas. We heard Freezing Moon on Century Media, and Goathor before that. Yeah. From The Eclipse of Ages into Black. That was also going out to Mick. We heard Desolate Path to Apocalyptic Ruin on Rotten Records. And going out to Paradise and Teresa as well from Sepultura, Roots on Roadrunner's record of that title. We heard Roots, Bloody Roots. And starting off that last set, Darkitecht from the self-titled EP. It's The Answer's Why was the track we heard. So
Question mark.
yeah, the answer is why.
Exactly.
So where do you end up recording this release? Do you
That would be Marco G.
yeah,
Ledge recording in Berlin.
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. Came out really good.
He's actually in a band called Stickpen.
Yeah.
I've heard that
That's
band.
Yeah.
been getting around a little bit lately.
Nice.
I guess they just, I guess they're playing this Thursday down at the Axel's.
That's where I saw the name recently. Yeah,
yeah.
Axel's. There was a couple other big profile bands playing this week.
Yeah, it's
Wasn't Graven Image, was it?
Alcoholic is on that.
Yeah.
I think She Walks Without Legs.
Yeah. I'll fire up the Facebook page later and get the official rundown for everybody. Yeah, I got to go check out one of those shows. We're probably going to be playing one of them at some point.
It's tricky to find Axel's, though. It's really tricky. It's
Yeah.
The entrance is a driveway, really.
Yeah.
And it's very easy to drive by because you're kind of driving for a real long time to get there in the first place.
We did.
And you could go right by it.
It's
really.
like
But
some of those
once
venues are
you-
like that, yeah.
once you get inside, though, it's a very impressive place.
Like the room out in Brookfield, you can easily keep going by that. And
Vern's good people.
Yep, yeah. And Ralph's up in Worcester was hard to find one time. It's the same thing. It's just a driveway, basically. Can't see the venue. Yep. But yeah, I got to check out Axel's for sure. So let's see. What do we got to play? I think I got to do Eaten Alive next, so we'll do that one on. But yeah, you guys have any new tunes in the hopper?
We're working on some stuff right now.
Yeah, we're working.
Yeah, we were working on a 5th song just recently when the drummer issue came up.
That's always a big issue.
Yeah, it's
This,
like 75% done.
This 5th song is really good. Yeah, really, really good. Yeah, we're really happy with how it's coming out. But we chopped up a lot of riffage to get to this point on that song, though. So, we come in with, 20 minutes of riffage that we all like, but it ends up getting chopped down to, to...
I know that.
To like what is it, like 4 or 5 minutes?
Yeah,
this
4 or
next
5
one.
minutes.
I always do the you do a section, you're like, that's cool, and then a week later we're like, chop it in half.
Well, it's
then
funny,
you chop
we,
that in half.
Well, we take some of the filler out.
Yeah.
I'm not a big filler guy.
That's
I
cool
like
that you have the ability
high quality riffage, man. It's got
We had
to
a
do
member
that,
in the
though.
band that actually described our writing styles much like a snow globe. Mm-hmm. We throw a lot of stuff in the air and shake it up. See what hits.
See what happens.
Or
Van
that's what we
Slayer.
do.
Yeah,
Van Slayer.
Van
Van Slayer, they say.
That's cool that you can pair the stuff down. I remember when I first was in a band, like everything I did, I was like, this is genius. And you had to like retain every riff and play it for 10 minutes straight.
Yeah,
and
right.
You got to know how to trim your stuff down, or keep it the right level and make sure stuff doesn't outstay its welcome.
And record everything because everybody spaces.
Yeah, you know it.
There's lots
gotta
of
record
twists and
everything.
turns in our stuff too. So,
Yeah.
it doesn't. It's not 4/4 time by any means.
No.
We purposely don't write in 4/4 time.
Yeah.
So,
Mix it up a little bit.
That first track you played, Led Astray, with that introduction in Russian is a friend of mine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, named Maria Zesva. And
very cool.
She did a little bit of a introduction for us, and it sounded really cool. So,
and
the Russian people love it.
It's huge in Russia.
Big at the Olympics.
It's big in Japan.
They're playing
and
it everywhere in the bars at the Olympics.
So she loves Darkitecht.
Oh yeah, my friends, my Russian friends, I let them listen to that song because I got Russian friends.
Yeah,
Facebook. They heard
did the Finnish friends know about the Russian friends? Are they jealous?
Well, no, they just don't talk.
Yeah.
Like, they got their issues.
Yeah,
right.
We'll work it out.
Yeah.
Music is the answer.
I don't have the issue. I'm just a bridge.
Just connecting.
Yeah, trying to anyway.
So we were talking about Moongoil Entertainment. You're involved in, Billy. So
yeah, I've been with them. About 3 years now, I think.
And just heard on Agrippa's podcast. They were on talking about that. And the locally bred like horror movies, right?
Yeah. They come out with some really killer stuff, and I've been working with them since Into Blackout. We did 2 films. We put music on within a Blackout, and then they liked it a lot. And then they asked me if I wanted to co-star in a film, so I said yes. And we did a short film called The Bard of Blood, which Brian Hand shot.
Nice.
And he was a first camera operator on that. And they just approached me just recently and asked me to be music director of their company, a music composer and music supervisor of all their films.
Nice gig.
And I said, yes, I will. Yeah, and they set me up with an IMDb. They're applying for that right now.
So you're official.
Yep, and then I'm going to be...
Cool.
They're finishing up the script now, and I'm going to bring in some people that I feel would be appropriate, as long as... as well as I'm going to score some stuff myself.
Sweet.
With guitar synthesizers and stuff like that. I'm going to be doing like orchestration and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool what you can do with that stuff. I mean, you can do a huge sounding orchestra. Yeah. Yeah,
and Aaron Thomas Howell and Mark Daniels. I want to give them a big shout out for letting me work with their company, and they're an awesome group of people. They put a great team together for this summer, and I'm looking forward to making millions of dollars.
It's just around the corner. Hey, exploitation horror stuff that's where the millions are, man. It's cool, but they got some films already in the can that you can check out like online, right?
Yeah. We did Demon of Castleberry, and I did some stuff on Limb Collector.
Nice.
And they've got all kinds of stuff. Slicing Beauty was a short they did. And they have, I think they have a best of, don't they, Brian? Do they have a best of for Uncle Bob? Yeah. They have the Uncle Bob best of collections and stuff like that. And so if you go to moongoil.com, you can see everything. They got on demand, and you can order stuff.
Sweet.
And you can see trailers, and it's a great page. It really is. They got, I don't know who they got to put it together, but it really came out good.
Sweet. Yeah, who you do the webpage for Darkitecht, Bagman? Or
No, that was actually Jimmy.
Yeah.
Connecticut Productions.
I've heard that name on Grippus podcast. Yeah.
Connecticut Productions has done our website, Shallow Grounds.
Yeah, he did a great job on that too.
A few others. Yeah, he did a really good job. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to actually have a website. I know everybody's kind of just leading more towards Facebook and maybe Reverb Nation and stuff like that, but it's cool to have an actual site. Yeah.
Definitely.
Does it make you look so ghetto?
No, it makes you look professional.
It does,
yeah. We actually grabbed that up. That was one of the things that we did at the beginning before we came out. We were like, we didn't want to reveal a name. We didn't want to reveal anything. We were like writing material and recording records and putting .coms together before anybody even knew who we were.
Yeah, you guys were ninjas.
And we had all our merch all made up and everything, and so we wanted to come out strong. We didn't want to come out and say this is us and look how great we are.
And then wait a year for
we're gonna have shirts next year.
You guys know where we can find a place to play.
Yeah,
to practice.
We got 2 songs and
it really wasn't like a we weren't trying to look, like we thought we're the shit or anything. Excuse me. Sorry. We wanted to show people that we've got our act together.
We're serious. We wanted to come out.
That's cool. And you guys have the experience in the scene to make that happen. It helps. It helps getting on in years. The one thing I like is just having a little bit of knowledge of what it takes to do things right and not just kind of come out like a bunch of kids.
Amateurs. It's like having to pay. Excuse me, paying your dues and stuff.
Yeah.
You paid dues, and the dues have already been paid. Now we know what we have to do.
I know. I don't really mind being on that side of the dues being paid. So it's cool, man. You kind of know the moves to make, and it's a lot more fun. So, and again, it's cool hanging out with just other bands. Everybody I've been running into a Connecticut scene, really cool guys, and it's like going to just a family cookout or something when you're going to a show.
Especially
I never saw it like that, but I guess you're right.
Especially there, it's a very family atmosphere, and if you go there any day really of the week, there's people there,
Yeah,
so,
you can see a guy named Rape Machine, and you can hug him.
Yeah, shout outs to Sarah and Dennis.
Are we doing shout outs?
Everybody,
Mike, can you got any shout outs?
Of shout outs.
Shout out. Who can I shout out to?
I already did Cherry Street.
So there you go. Yeah.
Well, hey, man, Cherry
I want to give a shout out.
Dennis, Holly, all you guys. What's happening, yo? I haven't been there in a while because I don't have a car. So I haven't been there in a while.
Ask these guys. They'll bring you.
So
you got another shout out, Billy?
I got like 20 shout outs.
Credits are rolling, man.
All right, well, let's do the top 5.
All right. I want to thank Aldo Trombino for introducing me to Moon Goyle Entertainment.
Oh, cool.
If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be doing any of these things. Alan Alsheimer for helping us when we needed him to come in from Crown of Scorn.
Cool.
Yep.
And Peter Cohen at Red Dragon. Rich Grindle, Mike Schick.
Oh, Rich Grindle. I know that guy.
Yep.
Bob McCarthy. Bob McCarthy and Craig Edwards are going to be working with me on the soundtrack on this film. We're going to be in Red Dragon March 8th doing the trailer music. And it's going to be really cool stuff. We're doing like hillbilly metal with stand-up bass and metal guitars.
Stuff.
It's going to be really cool stuff. And banjo. And it's going to be really cool. Also, I have a guitar tech now.
That's a nice luxury for sure.
So my friend Jamie Jibo, I work with at the casino. Her husband is a guitar player, and he asked me if I had, was interested, and I said, yeah, I would be interested, and so that's nice,
That's
So now
cool.
I don't have to deal with that mess of wires and everything. I can get help. So Todd Gibo, or Jibo. Todd Jibo is my my guitar tech now. I want to give a big shout out to him.
Nice.
Because you are going to be working your ass off.
Enjoy the shout
when
out
I get
now.
you on that stage.
It's going to get rough.
No, I'm just playing.
And we got some people that are even closer to helping us out in a lot of ways.
Kurt and Ron.
Kurt Litka is a really good friend of mine. I've known real long time since, long time. And Ron for sure.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, he's our tech. He's our what?
He's our hands-on guy.
He's our hands-on guy. He helps set up. He helps set up things, break things down.
That is
he's always there one way or another. So shout-outs to him for sure.
You got lots of shout-outs.
Yeah, that is cool. And
what up, Ronnie D?